Yo, freebies, what is going on? I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. I just wanted to sit here and chat a little bit, give a little update on things. So I've been bouncing back and forth a bunch of different ideas and stuff through my head of possibly taking the rest of the year off, attacking 2026 much heavier than I have in 2025. And just kind of get that like nice little reset, especially with the holidays and everything right now. It makes sense to potentially take some time off and enjoy the holidays, and hope you guys all have a wonderful holiday season as well. The other things bouncing in my head is potentially starting a different channel. Not really like in a sense of like starting fresh, because I'll still want to be uploading stuff here, but something more focused on like full gameplays and stuff, because like what I want to do, it doesn't make sense for a single channel, right? And you guys are just kind of being my little rubber duck. So if you've ever heard the thing, you have a little rubber duck on your desk, I have a little piece of toast to talk to. And like bouncing ideas off of and just putting it out in verbalizing it all. So I've been contemplating doing a secondary channel that we either focus on like full games, or maybe that's what we do here with like horror games. We do like full horror games, which are like hours and hours long, or even just indie games that are maybe a half hour, whatever it may be. But what I all want to do with like simulator type games and horror games and stuff, it doesn't make sense to mix that, because it's not the same audience. Because usually the farm sim games like your Stardew Valley or Coral Island or things along those lines, they tend to be a more chill crowd, if you will. And that's what I really enjoy about them. It's the like, it's so peaceful and relaxing and all of that. But then the other side of it, the horror, they're like two completely different ends of the spectrum, right? Like, because horror, it's more your chaos. You want to feel the like the spark and the scare and the tingles and all of that. And it's two very different sides of things. And right now I've been leaning more wanting escapes of relaxation through simulator games and stuff. So like, it doesn't make sense. Like, that's all I've been wanting to play lately. And like Clover Pit is kind of that happy medium, because like it's a pretty peaceful game. There's no like horror elements or anything really to it, but it is technically classified as a horror game just because of the aesthetic and everything to it. So just finding a way to split that content, if that makes sense. And I think it could be a ton of fun building a new channel and finding new motivation and doing all of that with simulator type games and starting fresh. Not really starting fresh, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like having something devoted strictly for that. And potentially another thing for like long gameplays where it's like 3-4 hour long videos go on even another channel, and just have multiple channels that I can do everything I'm wanting to do, because it doesn't make sense for algorithm wise to have a single channel for it all. And I'm starting to realize that, and as I've been watching other creators and stuff and things like that, it's been a constant like thought in mind lately of figuring out the best path of how to do what I want to do, but have it not conflict and be able to like focus energy and stuff into each individual channel to be catered to what I'm wanting that audience to be. That makes sense. I do love like a big variety of stuff, so like that's kind of always been my thing, but also knowing that just variety content creators, it's a much longer path of growth and stuff. And I do want to make something of this someday, but I do also just enjoy putting stuff out in the world, creating whatever it may be that I want to play that day, and recording and saying stupid things on camera for you guys. So I think what I am going to do is I'm going to probably be taking the rest of the year off, and attacking this and getting things set up for potentially doing split channel and stuff, because the more I talk about this, the more it makes sense to do all of that. I really want to there's a bunch of simulator games that I have on my Steam that I really want to be playing on the channel, and stuff like Water Park Simulator that we started at one point, but like it didn't do very well because most of the followers here on the channel are horror fans and they want to see indie horror games and whatever else. But then because I do those random like Water Park Simulator uploads and stuff, when I do a horror game, the horror game also doesn't do well because now the algorithm is like, who do I pick? Who do I show it to? So that's just been on my mind, and the more and more I'm talking about it, the more and more it makes sense to be dividing it. I know it's going to come with a little bit more work, not terribly much, but making sure both channels, or how many ever channels, all have content for the weeks and stuff. And that's where I think it'll be the more time consuming part for me. I wouldn't even say really time consuming, just more work to put in for it, which is fine. I'm totally okay with that. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here, listening to this, listening to me ramble, being my little rubber ducks on the desk, if you will. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the end of today's video. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others. I'll see you guys all in the next episode. See you guys after the new year. I hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. All right, hope you guys get everything you want. Bye.
Welcome to my party. We're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare.